の吹雪も灼熱も太陽もその手指を彩る材料へ答えない歴史の愛を君がくれたさっそう厳しさぶつかることで知ったものたちさ違いを認めることで始まる縦横無尽このレタにしかいびや
Hey there, YouTube. This is MT93 on Delusional Channel. Um, Before I get into the card review, I just want to ask you guys something real quick. Um, what do these cards mean to you? What kind of effect have they had over, your dueling career, and what kind of plays you make and what you expect in game? And it's to me personally, it's kind of hard to say because I was a scrub for a very long time in comparison to a lot of people. Um, I don't think I really became a, competitive player until I would say about a year ago. And even then, I wasn't very good because I couldn't invest into the game as I can now. So, you know, having cards like these, playing my little brother, playing my friends at my local, you know, to me, like, whenever I would play one of these cards, it would signify to me that I was like, I have a chance of actually winning and then just continuously to win. But there's a lot of flaws with them. Each one takes 3 tributes. And 3 tributes is a lot of resources. I mean, get rid of 3 monsters just for 1. I mean, they can't be negated, and they can't be, you can't have to be magic or trap cards to their summons. But after the fact of the summoning, Fiendish Chain, Torrential if another monster was summoned, maybe, I don't know, you did something like, Photon Sanctuary or something stupid. Afterwards, just some random card. Then Torrential, they get destroyed anyways. Their effects usually take a lot of resources as well. Obelisk, if the tribute 2 monsters, Green Dragon of Row, you have to basically do multiples of 1,000, and you have to give up all your life points pretty much to 100. And it's like, you don't usually have a lot of life points to spare. So if you give it like a decent attack of like 3,000, and once you want to destroy 1 card, that's pretty much half your life points of the whole game, unless you're playing a whole deck that just gains a shit ton of life points. He's not really the best card. Cypher, if you have a deck that doesn't like to do a lot of draw power, he's gonna have very little attack. I mean, yes, 2000's kind of decent, but that's nothing compared to how the meta is now. Increases, decreases, hand traps like Honest, Crane, there's all kinds of shit that can really screw up these cards. But I really want you guys to think about something real quick. If these cards were printed back when they were when they were first shown in the anime and actually had these effects, would these cards be banned? Would they not even be, be played in the meta because of their broke characteristics of back then? Because we all know that there's a shit ton of cards on the ban list that don't need to be on there. It's just Konami just chooses not to put them on or take them off. So just to kind of give you an idea that these cards are good, but yet nowadays they're not the best. Let's just first real quick just do obelisks. Of course, Divine Attribute, Divine Beast effect, 4,000, freaking 4,000 attack, 4,000 defense. I mean, that alone, its attack and defense is great. Triple Tribute to bring it out. There are plenty of decks that you can bring out multiple monsters for a tribute summon as this. They are not as good as they used to be. It's just how shit is. But his effect is still very useful. On top of that, you can tribute tokens to use his effect. So, Scapegoat, Photon Sanctuary, hell, even Mech Van Beast. And the thing is, Mech Van Beast, a Mech Van Beast deck could actually run the God cards. Not as efficiently as a pure Mech Van Beast deck, but it is what it is. So, good card. Personally, like, probably my favorite out of the 3, just because he's always been my favorite. Let's see. Winged Dragon of Raw. Winged Dragon of Raw was actually my very first God card. I remember, this is actually not the one that I originally had, my very first one. Actually, I traded that off, just stupidly, just way back in Order of Chaos Special Edition. That's the one I got after it. But, I remember, I remember pulling it from the Shonen Jump magazine. I was like, oh my god, there's no way. Wing Dragon of Raw, man, this is gonna be the best card ever. I was going, apeshit all over it. And my little brother, who loves Wing Dragon of Raw, I mean, Jesus, he would, if he could, he would freaking fap to this card. Just saying. But he he just didn't really fathom of the abilities that we could do and the plays that we could do with these cards at the time, which aren't nearly as good as we can do now. But back then, when I first got it, and when I was still a huge scrub, uh, this card was just all inspiring. I mean, you could just pop monsters like crazy. You can give him a shit ton of attack. Someone can't be negated. He can't be destroyed. Through like bottomless or trap hole or trench or anything. So it was just, to me back then, it was an amazing card. Now he pretty much sucks. I wish we'd get an errata to better clarify his effects and what timing, what effect does what. But it is what it is. Slifer. Uh, Slifer, I have mixed feelings about. Uh, Very good card because of its effect. Basically, your opponent can't bring out any monsters with 2,000 attack or less. I mean, it's just impossible. But if they bring out something with more than 2,000, they have something. They have something to do. And a lot of decks, as if they can get that first playoff, it's downhill from there. And with the God cards being that what they are, you have to do tremendous resource usage. And his effect pretty much says that if you only have like one or two cards, he only has 1 or 2,000 attack points and defense, which is okay, and it's actually pretty cool if you do some serious draw power, like reckless grade and shit. But still, you can't just put this into any deck. It's not as generally versatile as we really hope to be. Uh, it's just, I wish that I wish that when they made these guys, I wish that for one turn, and this is my own personal errata, that for one turn they were not affected by any card effects, even your own. So they're completely safe for all card effects of everything for one whole turn, and that was it. That's just my personal opinion. Because you would have to have a serious draw deck for him, serious life point deck for him, and pretty much just spamming out monsters. So each card has has its perks and has its weaknesses, but in a whole, you couldn't use all three in a deck. It's just not very, I guess you could say, pleasant to play it, because you're just trying to think of, oh, which one should I play? Should I play this one? Should I play this one? This one? This one? This? Your mind's scrambling. So then you just start doing whichever one just happens to work at the time. And really the best one with all-around capabilities is really Obelisk. Between his attack and defense, and his effect just to wipe out the field, you're actually going to do pretty good. You're probably just going to use him as just a giant beatstick anyways. And to me, that kind of sucks, because the best thing about these cards were their effects. And you can't even really use them in the meta. So, I'm actually going to challenge someone out there. I don't care who it is or how you do it. Please make a God card deck. And I mean a legit one. Not just one that you just spam, you just put all three God cards and you can make it that you can actually play them. I'm talking about, I want a deck that can actually be used in the meta. A deck that can actually be something. I know it's hard. I'm actually working on it myself, but I want to try to ask if anybody else has any ideas. Does anybody else want to try to take on this challenge, per se? And it's mostly just for fun, but I really want to see this. I really want to see what you guys can come up with and see what happens. Down in the description below, there's a link to the Dual Shot Facebook page, as always. Please like the page, please like the channel, please subscribe, and leave a comment down below for all kinds of Yu-Gi-Oh content. Thanks for watching.